What is up, my fellow Shadow Warriors? This is the Undead Ninja here, and let's get into that video. So today, as you can see, I'm standing, and you're probably sitting, and that is fine for this lovely video. So today, I want to get into the video talking about some classes that I enjoy as the Rogue in Baldur's Gate 3. So after my depression of my childhood hero retiring, good old John Cena, you can't see me and now I can no longer see you. I decided that this video that is coming on this week is about Baldur's Gate 3, and specifically the multi-classing. The class we're talking about today is the Rogue. And the thing that I love the most about the Rogue is that he deals high sneak damage. He's the assassin type, the thief type. You even have the subclass of the swashbuckler and arcane trickster. You know, you want your cunning warrior, Mr. Lovey-dovey guy in the back, you know, who's going to be that sneak attack. However, the problem is, this class can only attack once. You see, with the multi-class, you can do multiple things. Clearly, that's why it's called multi-classing. So this is where, for me, I'm going to choose 3 of them. And that's what today's topic is. Disclaimer, this is not everybody's cup of tea, right? This is all subjective. We all love our own things. We all love what we like, you know. Sometimes we want to try something new. This is just so if you want to try some new stuff with your Rogue instead of having just your one-hit wonder, then here you are. Also, another disclaimer, if you want it to be more realistic, you can do a sneak attack. And then you can do another attack. Because guess what, buddy? I have 2 fists. And yeah, so that's just mainly the thing that I want to talk about here. This list is in no particular order, okay? So let's get into the first multi-class of the day. The first multi-class that we have right now is the Rogue Monk, okay? So here it doesn't necessarily matter what stats you put it into. I'm not particularly good with knowing the stats of everything. However, I do know that damage base is off of dexterity for the Rogue, and off of the Monk, it's wisdom. So, you're going to go through either 4 or 5 levels of Rogue before you multi-class. And the subclass that you're going to choose for this one is Thief. So you can have your 2 bonus actions. And then after you get to that level, you put the rest into Monk, and then you choose the Way of the Shadow. The reason why you choose Way of the Shadow here is because there are so many great things you can do. Alright, so in order to have your sneak attack damage, you have to gain advantage over the other person. And in order for that to work here, is that you can use Shadow Step. And when it comes to Shadow Step, and this is something that you get with Way of the Shadow Monk, is that you can teleport from shadow to shadow. So whatever's in your shadow, or whatever's in a player's shadow, you can use that, and then anything that's visible in your sight, you can teleport from that shadow to that shadow. So, when you do that, you instantly gain advantage. So, that means you can do so much damage. And then, on top of doing that sneak attack damage, you have another bonus action where you can use your key to throw Fist of Fury. So, there's so many things that you can do with this. And here, some gameplay to prove it. So as you can see right here, I'm going to go through everything that I have for my class. And the one thing that happens to be is I have all these other things that I chose through, you know, my actions and whatnot. So right here, I'm going to choose Shadow Step. As I show you, you can't go too far that way because it was too bright over there. But I can choose multiple areas. So, like, for instance, right there, shadow enough, I go behind, and then I can hit with... Which, the sneak attack, you have to have a certain amount, you have to use finesse, and then you can only attack once per turn with the sneak attack. With the monk, I also got an extra attack, so I'm able to hit again, and then use the flurry of fists. So, right there, there's a lot of different things that you can do with that knowledge. Something else I like to mention, this was the class that I used for my first Baldur's Gate playthrough. Well, kinda. From Act 1, Act 2, I was just a generic fighter. Act 3 is when I got a little explorative, right? So, you have these options here, and then on top of it, you don't see it in the gameplay necessarily, but if someone has a bow and arrow, they shoot an arrow towards you, you can haul that back towards them. So, as long as it's a key point that you use. So this next one that we have here is the Barbarian Rogue, okay? Again, you can start off with either one. It's all based off of preference. Just know that each class does have a better startup in the sense that Barbarian, you can use way more weapons, up to medium armor, and I believe heavy armor. It's just that heavy armor really messes with you. So it works well with, you know, taking damage at the same time with the rogue. And the other thing is that the rogue gives you different proficiencies that you can add on to as a modifier at the beginning. So this one is also one of the ones that you go up to 4 or 5 levels, and then you hit Thief as your subclass. And then when you use your Barbarian, you use the rest of the levels that you have leveling up. And the reason why you do that is because you also want to get that extra attack. And then to top it off, you're going to go down the subclass and the path of Berserker. The reason why you're going to do that is because you now gain advantage every rage that you get. The only issue is you also take disadvantage. So that means the enemy can attack you, hitting you double the time, double the power. Actually, it really just means that you have 2 dice, you roll it, and whichever one that the enemy rolled higher is what they get. Which sucks. But you also gain advantage, which gives you more of a damage output. So you get a lot of different things here, and in this gameplay, I'm gonna not necessarily use it to my capability because this is a previous load save that I was just trying to get to. But to put it in perspective, you get enraged, and you do a sneak attack, and then you get an extra attack, and then you get your frenzy attack, or, you know, your bonus action. And then with Thief, you get another bonus action, which means you, if you're smart enough to hold up with either javelins or throwing knives, use Frenzy Throw. So that means you get 4 attacks. So, some great stuff right there. Now let's show a little bit more of the gameplay. As you can see right here, I head over to the side a little bit. And then they got annoyed with me being there, all that fun stuff. So what I did is technically, because you're hitting them with a surprise attack, you attack with them, and you know, and then you go into your frenzy mode. Okay. because like you're already gonna get that damage and that output, right? But you're gonna also put a lot of your stuff into strength and dexterity if you want to. That's gonna be what's best for the rogue and the barbarian. However, this is what puts you into your attack mode, where you can now hit Frenzy Strike and everything of that nature. And on top of hitting with Frenzy Strike, you also get another sneak attack. Just because, like I said, you have advantage as long as you're enraged. And then to top it off, if your class is higher leveled, people can't dominate you while you're enraged. They can't charm you. They can't do what's going to be an illusionary towards you. Mindfully, of course. Alright, so lastly, this is my third favorite, and this is the Fighter Rogue, okay? And honestly, with the classes of the fighter can literally hook on to anybody's, okay? Any other class, Fighter's great with multi-classing. And the main reason why is because of all the options that it has. Like, if you want to just be a base fighter, at the end of it all, you get 3 attacks, not counting Action Surge. And Action Surge, don't know why that was so hard for me to say, but you get multiple attacks, okay? So this is why it is a great thing. Alright, so when you're going into this class, I put 4 levels into the Rogue. The reason why I did this is because, like I said, with all the other proficiencies and all that, it's great. But the biggest thing that happens is that the Fighter and the Rogue use a lot of attacks that involve dexterity. And that is what's going to get you even better than before. And another thing about it that a lot of people don't really even look into is the fact of, with Fighter, you get even extra, what is it called, ability improvements and stuff like that. So where all my other videos, you can see that I chose Tough and Savage Attacker. Now, on top of it, I can add another thing. So this is where I'm going to add more into my dexterity and whatnot. So, you use the wrist, and for me, I went Assassin for the subclass. Even though you could do Thief, it doesn't matter either way. I chose Assassin because if I'm going to be the one who attacks first, then I end up getting everything back. So I start off with a new thing, and then like if I get a certain smurder, then we ended up getting a new thing, you know, to keep my actions going. And then on top of it, you get your Action Surge. Well, you might be asking, what do I do then? Because when you attack, you lose advantage instantly for the surprise sneak attack, right? Well, this is where I subclass into a Battle Master, because you get to choose multiple, maneuvers using your superiority die. And so here I choose, with my superiority die, things that's going to give me advantage. If someone lays prone, if someone is going to be just anything at a disadvantage that would make it so that way I can attack. And so yeah, so here's the gameplay on that. So as you can see right here, I just kind of dash at him. Yeah. We start off strong with a good attack, since I'm using the Assassin. I attacked first, all my points come back to me. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you use Thief or the Assassin class. Heck, you could probably use the Swashbuckler. But yeah, I'm over here, I'm pissing off the natives. We're out here, we're having a great time. But yeah, as you can see with the Battle Master subclass with the fighter, you can now see that you can off-balance people, gain advantage, and all that stuff in order to get your sneak attack. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this class. I personally enjoy this class a lot because, you know, you can disengage as a bonus action, get out in between stuff, and then come back. You could go invisible, you know, sneak past the enemy, and then hit back with another sneak attack, you know, once, of course, your turn comes. This is definitely one of my favorite gameplays and game aspects that you can do with this character and with this class. It also fits a lot too, because it's like, oh, okay, I'm a master rogue, you know, assassin partake, you know, and then I've learned a lot, and that's what made me also a fighter. So a lot of different things you can do in that nature. However, like I said, the main thing that makes it great is the fact that you are dealing a lot of damage with your dexterity. In conclusion, of course, there's a lot of good roleplay aspects to these classes. Like I said, these are my 3 favorite rogue multi-classes. I don't use magic much.
I sense you expected someone else.
What sorcery is this?
So, guess what, buddy? If you want more videos, I'm probably not going to use more magic stuff. I don't know well enough for magic yet. Me personally, like I said, I'd rather use a dagger, be sneaky, and the only magic that I would use is invisibility. You know what I mean? I could give you guys some good fighter aspects if you guys like these videos. You let me know, okay? So, that's it for the video today. I enjoy your company, and if you like me standing, I'm sorry if I'm moving a lot. I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, but I don't want to get checked by a doctor. So, if you like Mr. Pokey Poke and all that stuff, you let me know if you like the rogue class. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day and evening. Remember to stay in the shadows and take care.
1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.